Hi folks, out here behind the house today, and I've got a good crop of nettles growing down here in the wood behind the house, so I think I'm going to make some nettle soup today, and come on along and we'll have a little lunch. When I harvest nettles, I like to take just these top few leaves right here, and unless you're wearing gloves, you are going to get stung doing this. I like to just pull out these tops, take it just those first few leaves, and then if you crush these up, that actually crushes all those stingers, all those little hairs that sting you. So I like to get a whole bunch of them and just crush those up in my hand just like that. So I'll be back in just a few minutes after I get enough for a quick pot of soup here. Be back. Okay, I've got about a half a bush pot full of leaves here. Like I said, these are just the top leaves, the newest, most tender leaves. So that's what I like to use. So I'll go ahead and get those crushed up and get the other ingredients ready to go for this, and back in a flash. Alright, today I'm going to cook on this propane burner here because it's about 80 degrees out and I just don't really want a big fire going, so, or any fire for that matter. Get that turned down on low, and first thing I'm going to put in my pan is just a few little pieces of bacon. Get some fat going in there. I'm just keeping these moving until I get a little grease in there so they don't stick. Alright, I got a little grease going in there so I can get some other ingredients ready. I'm also going to add some sweet potatoes to this, some onion, and probably a handful of rice. I'll be back when that bacon cooks down a little bit. Alright, next I'm going to add some water to here. And be careful because the grease and the water are going to splatter a little bit. Go slow. I'm going to go about a half pot full. And I'm going to turn my heat up so this will boil. While I'm doing this, I'm tearing up these leaves a little bit more. I'm just tearing them into smaller pieces and crushing them a little bit more. Get those hairs crushed up. Alright, we're just starting to boil here. I'm going to go ahead and add nettles. I'm just adding about a good sized double handful. I'm also going to add a couple of good handfuls of rice. And maybe one more. Some sweet potato. And some onion. I like onion. And today, I usually carry either Lowry's seasoned salt or Old Bay in my kit. So today I think we're going to go Old Bay. You can do this with just the nettles and the bacon. Some folks add cream to this to make a kind of a white soup out of it. Some folks just use the nettles and they grind it down really fine, so it's a really thick soup. I like to think of cooking as more of an art than a science. I just kind of throw things together, and if I like the way they come out, I keep doing it that way, and if I don't, I change it up. It's going to have to boil for a little while, long enough for those nettles to get soft, and the onion, of course, and the sweet potatoes. So I'll be back when this is ready to eat. Alright, I think our soup is getting just about done. It's been about 15 minutes. Rice is nice and soft. Then we get a sweet potato out of it. Sweet potatoes are good and soft. Onions look like they're softened up good. I think it's time to eat. Well, thank you all for joining me for some nettle soup today. Get out there in the woods and collect your own wild edibles. Make sure you positively identify as always. If you don't know, grab somebody who is proficient and get them to go with you. Most of us are glad to share our knowledge. With that being said, I'm going to enjoy some lunch and sit here behind the house in the woods for a while. And hope to see y'all in the woods. Some of that bacon.